Right now, half the people in the Cadillac comment section are typing the exact same 4 words. This is my last Cadillac. Because Cadillac is doing something no other luxury brand has the guts to do. They're killing their gas cars on purpose. The little XT4? Gone. The XT6? Gone. And in their place, a wave of electric SUVs with names that sound like prescription medication. Lyriq, Optiq, Vistiq. I genuinely did not make those up. Read those off a pharmacy shelf and nobody would blink. So you've got a brand at war with itself. The old guard wants a V8. They want the rumble. They want the gas station small talk. The new Cadillac wants a battery the size of a mattress and a screen you can see from space. And sitting in the middle, holding the whole thing together with both hands, is the Escalade. This is every Cadillac SUV, the ones they're burying and the ones taking their place. Let's go. Cadillac XT4. Start here because this one is already dead. The XT4 was the baby of the lineup. Smallest, cheapest Caddy you could buy. Around $38,000, 2-liter, turbo 4, 235 horsepower. Nothing special. Honestly, it existed for one reason. So a guy could park a Cadillac in the driveway without taking out a second mortgage and tell his neighbor he drives a Cadillac. Technically true. Cadillac built the last one in January 2025 and shipped the gas version straight to the graveyard. Why? Barely anyone bought it. There's a comment under every XT4 video that sums the whole thing up. An entry-level Cadillac is just a used Buick. Harsh. Not wrong. If you want one now, you're buying used. And honestly, that's the only way it ever made sense in the first place. Cadillac XT5. The XT5 is the one gas crossover still standing, and even it is living on borrowed time. 2-row midsize, starts in the high 40s. Base engine is a 2-liter turbo, and you can option a 3.6-liter V6 with 310 horsepower. Front-wheel drive is standard, which on a $50,000 Cadillac is a little embarrassing. Genuinely. Here's the honest part. The XT5 has barely changed since 2020. Cadillac stopped developing it years ago and just kept quietly selling it like nobody would notice. It's not bad, it's just old. This is the Cadillac you buy because the lease deal was good, not because you woke up one day and wanted an XT5. Nobody has ever wanted an XT5. Cadillac XT6. The XT6 was the 3-row version. Same idea, more seats, a V6, started around $50,000. And it just got the axe too. Cadillac ended production in November 2025. Nobody's holding a funeral for this one. The XT6 was the definition of fine. Comfortable, forgettable. The kind of SUV where you forget what it looks like while you're still sitting in it. The XT5 and the XT6 are both dead men walking. Cadillac wants you in something with a plug, and they want it bad. Before we get into the expensive stuff, one thing about Cadillacs you have to understand. They depreciate like a snowball in July. That gorgeous $80,000 electric one is a $45,000 car in 3 years. So I built a tool called the Car Buyer's War Room, and the first thing it does is tell you what a car actually costs you, not the sticker, the real number, with insurance, depreciation, fuel or charging, and maintenance all baked in. New or used, on a brand that loses value this fast, that number is the difference between a smart buy and a very expensive regret. It's linked in the description. Cadillac Escalade. Okay, this is the one. Forget everything else. To most of America, this badge is the Escalade. It has been the default rapper, athlete, and I made it car for 25 years straight. The gas Escalade runs a 6.2-liter V8, 420 horsepower, and starts around $94,000. The ESV is the stretched version. More room behind the 3rd row, a couple grand more. Body on frame. It tows. It seats up to 8. And the inside is wall-to-wall screen. A 55-inch curved display running the entire length of the dash. That's not a dashboard. That's a movie theater you steer. And underneath all that leather, I'm not gonna lie, it's a Chevy Tahoe. Same platform, same bones as the Tahoe, the Suburban, and the GMC Yukon. Cadillac wraps it up, doubles the price, and sells you the badge. Doesn't matter. Nobody buys an Escalade for the engineering. They buy it because it announces them before they've said a single word. The guy in the Escalade has never once said hello first. The car did it for him. Cadillac Escalade-V. Then there's the unhinged one. The Escalade-V takes that V8, bolts a supercharger on top, and makes 682 horsepower. In a 3-ton SUV, 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. Starts at $170,000. This is the most powerful full-size SUV anybody is selling. It runs the quarter-mile faster than sports cars did 10 years ago. while carrying a family of 7 and a Costco run in the back. The V exists for exactly one reason. Some guy looked at a regular Escalade, a 420 horsepower Escalade, and decided it just wasn't enough for him. Cadillac said, okay, here's 682 horsepower. That'll be 170 grand. And he lined up. He was first in line. So that's the gas side. And most of it is on death row. Now the car is actually doing the killing. This is where Cadillac gets weird. Like really weird. Cadillac Optiq. The Optiq is the new baby of the family. The electric crossover built to replace the dead XT4. Compact, starts around $51,000. The base motor makes 315 horsepower. All-wheel drive bumps it to 440. And there's an Optiq V with 519 horsepower. Because Cadillac slaps a V badge on everything now. I'm pretty sure there's a V version of the office coffee machine at this point. Here's the catch. The XT4 it replaced started at $38,000. The Optiq starts at $51,000. So the entry-level Cadillac just got $13,000 more expensive overnight and switched to a plug. That's the entire Cadillac strategy in one car. Fewer choices, higher floor, all electric, whether you asked for it or not. You didn't ask for it. Cadillac Lyriq. The Lyriq is the one that actually worked. This is the car that made Cadillac the #1 luxury EV brand in America, which still sounds fake when you say it out loud. Starts around $61,000, 365 horsepower, over 320 miles of range, and an interior that genuinely embarrasses cars twice the price. Most people assume every Cadillac is just a fancy Chevy wearing a costume. The Lyriq is Cadillac's answer to that. They brag that it shares 0 parts with any Cadillac before it, built from scratch. And there's a Lyriq V with 615 horsepower that hits 60 in 3.3 seconds, which Cadillac calls the quickest car they have ever built. Quicker than their gas Blackwing sedans. In a family SUV, let that one sit for a second. The thing you strap a car seat into is quicker than their sports sedan. Cadillac Vistiq. The Vistiq is the 3-row electric, and it exists to replace the dead XT6. 615 horsepower standard, all-wheel drive, 3 rows that fit actual adults, around 305 miles of range, starts at $77,000. Quick word on the name because it earned it. Lyriq, Optiq, Vistiq, Escalade IQ. Somebody in a Cadillac boardroom decided every electric model had to end in IQ, sat back, and called it a day. And Vistiq is the one where it completely fell apart. It is not even a word. Say it out loud. Vistiq. That's a sound, not a name. And if you look at the back of these things, the badge shows a number like 900 or 600. That's the torque, in Newton meters. A unit Americans have never used once in their lives, rounded to the nearest 50. Even Cadillac gave up and started deleting them off the back. The Vistiq is a genuinely good SUV with a genuinely terrible name. And speaking of these things losing value, if and when you go used on one, this is where the war room earns its keep. Inside that same tool, there's a negotiation calculator. Because buying a used Cadillac usually means arguing with some guy named Gerald on Facebook Marketplace, who's convinced his depreciated Lyriq is still worth what he paid for it. It tells you what to offer, what to counter, and when to walk away. There's also a 30-point inspection checklist, so you don't buy somebody else's electrical gremlin. Same link, down in the description. Cadillac Escalade IQ. And now the big one. Literally. The Escalade IQ is the electric Escalade, and it is a monster. 680 horsepower standard, up to 750 in velocity max mode, and 460 miles of range, the most of any EV on sale. Starts around $127,000, and there's a stretched IQL that pushes past 130. It is also the single most roasted Cadillac on the internet. One reviewer titled his whole video, "The Dumbest Electric Vehicle Ever Made." Why? Because this thing weighs around 9,000 pounds, 4.5 tons. The top comment on that video just says, "That's obscene." Somebody else pointed out it's so heavy that in Europe you'd actually need a special license just to drive it. A license. For a Cadillac, it rides on the same platform as the GMC Hummer EV and the electric Silverado. It costs as much as a small house, and it'll lose half its value before the loan is even paid off. And yet, it's silent. It's absurdly fast for its size. The range is genuinely the best in the game. And when one rolls up, you know exactly what it cost. Which, for an Escalade, has always been the entire point. So that is every Cadillac SUV. A brand sawing itself in half in real time. Here's the honest read. Want the one that carries the badge's whole legacy? The gas Escalade. Want to feel something stupid behind the wheel? The Escalade-V. Want the smartest actual purchase on the list? The Lyriq. It's the best thing they make and it's not close. Want 3 rows without the Escalade footprint? The Vistiq. Terrible name and all. And the XT4, XT5, and XT6? Buy them used if you love gas. Because Cadillac is not building their replacements with a fuel tank. That ship didn't just sail, they set it on fire on the way out. The Escalade is the only nameplate that survives in both worlds. A gas one for the people who'll never plug in, an electric one for the people who want to. That's the whole company right there. 1 foot on the V8, 1 foot on the battery, refusing to pick a side and hoping nobody notices. Tell me in the comments which one you'd actually take, the 9,000-pound electric one or the 682 horsepower gas one. Be honest. Drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and see you in the next one, brother.